Happy St. Patrick's Day, motherfuckers. So what are we going to talk about today? What I want to talk about today is violence in video games real quick. I just want to go over this because for some reason it seems that the government, at least Republicans and the NRA, need a scapegoat for gun violence, especially when it comes to gun violence in younger kids, teens, and adolescents. If you guys are my age, I'm 28. If you guys are my age or my generation, you already know the attack on video games and the scapegoat that violent video games have always been a part of. This goes back to Columbine, right? One of the first major school shootings in American history. So once Columbine went down and the world was freaking out, America was freaking out, NRA was sitting back, collecting money. Basically, who was going to be the scapegoat for these kids who were troubled, who had problems, who fucking killed their parents and then shot up a bunch of kids at Columbine High School? Of course, it's got to be music, right? It's got to be music, and these fucking kids nowadays, they're pieces of shit, and, why are they so fucking troubled? And, they grew up in a nice neighborhood, and what the shit? Of course, you're going to attack an easy fucking target for troubled kids. One being music, two being video games. Oh, they were probably fucking doing heroin, right? Just blame something. The government and people direct their hate or point the fingers at problems that they see that don't affect themselves or their lives. So it's got to be the music, right? So at this time that Columbine happened, people were blaming Marilyn Manson. Everyone knows fucking Marilyn Manson music, right? Beautiful People, The Dope Show, all that kind of shit, right? Early 2000s, fucking 90s and early 2000s. Late 90s, early 2000s. It's got to be Marilyn Manson, right? This guy's a fucking freak. He looks different. The music, it doesn't sound what I'm used to. I'm used to fucking Elvis Presley type shit. Chuck Berry. I'm not used to this fucking, what is this? This is Satan music, right? That was the first scapegoat. The second one was Eminem, okay? A lot of people back in the day, especially that are my age, a lot of people directed their fucking hate towards Eminem, especially, Christian parents who, my kid's fucking grabbing his dick and saying faggot and this and that and dyeing his hair blonde. And dude, just because you don't want to sit and listen to your kids and hear what they have to say and be involved in their life and be a part of their life because they're fucked up, you're going to turn yourself into a fucked up person. You're not going to take the time to sit there and listen to your kids, to teach them right and wrong. You're going to let them bury themselves in their room, for example, right here, and do whatever the fuck they want, right? If they got a problem, you don't even fucking know. Then on top of that, they get a hold of a gun and they do something fucked up. But it's so easy to blame it on Eminem, to blame it on Marilyn Manson, to blame it on Grand Theft Auto, to blame it on Call of Duty, to blame it on all this bullshit rather than opening up and listening to your kids, right? Nowadays, we're so involved in electronics, myself included, right? That you don't even know if your kid's telling you, hey, dad, I got a problem. Hey, mom, I have a problem. Even if they were, maybe they don't want to talk about it, which is a lot of kids nowadays, and that's what leads to kids being fucked up. But the problem is it's not video games. It's not music, right? Because if that was the case, the shit I listened to, it would have been bad. I would have already fucking, if music and video games played a part, I would have been the number one fucking massacre artist in American history. Okay? If that's the case. But it's not. Okay. What it comes down to, again, is listening to your kids, being involved in their life, getting them out of the house every once in a while, talking to them, being involved in their schoolwork. You know, if they have a problem at school, which is really relevant nowadays with bullying and cyberbullying, especially. I didn't deal with a lot of cyberbullying growing up, but I can only imagine, you know, fucking social media platforms are hazardous, especially to young kids, right? People commit suicide over fucking comments over Twitter and Facebook. So, you know, if you're one of those people that is going to direct hate towards video games and music and the way a kid dresses and the way a kid looks and this kid's a thug, this kid's a fucking rocker, they must be doing something illegal, look at them, they're fucked up, then you really need to look at yourself. Because you really don't know who you are. If you're going to point the fingers at something that you have no fucking clue what it is, when it comes to music or video games, violent, non-violent, just based on a fucking generic theme that you hear or see, then you're the one that's fucked up, not your kids, all right? Take 5 seconds to listen to what they have to hear, right? So everyone watching this right now, maybe this video might get 50 views, this video might get 250 views. Whatever it is, don't direct your fucking hate. Don't point the fingers at shit that you don't know jack squat about, all right? So if you have a troubled kid, if you don't listen to your kid, sit down and fucking listen to him, man. That's all I want. All right, so back to drinking. Cheers.